I think the time is 6:30. Let's call the meeting to order.
Scott McCorn, sorry.
Kate, let's have a roll call.
Scott McCorney.
Here.
Jeremy Hansen.
Here.
Paul Kraus.
Here.
Jason Weesey.
Here.
Travis Kramer.
Here. Notice of the Open Meetings Act is posted on the back wall. Item 4, public comment. Doesn't look like anybody's online or here for public comment. So we'll go ahead and move forward to item 5, consent agenda. Everybody was here last meeting. There's nothing we have to split out, is there? Or any concerns or comments?
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second that.
Kate, we have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented. Let's have a vote.
Paul Kraus.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Jason Weesey.
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye. Item 6, minutes. Approval of the minutes from October 20th, 2025, regular board meeting.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes from the October 20th, 2025 regular board meeting as presented.
I will second that as well.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the October 20th, 2025 regular board meeting as presented. Let's have a vote.
Jason Weesey.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Scott McCorney. Travis Kramer.
Aye. Item 7, unfinished business, discussion with Griffin Japp regarding 7th Street drainage. And it appears we do have a bid here that he got on behalf of the.
Yes, I think John
I got
has
it.
more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I reached out to Mike about this. Griffin is kind of, I know he had stated that he wanted, I think we talked about it last meeting, that the company that he works for, and he didn't want to get involved in it, so he mentioned Mike Reedy. Initially, he said that Mike would do it for 2,500. Obviously, that wasn't the information that Mike received. So he gave us a bid of 4,750. I did speak with him about start date, and I would like to see it started in the spring, because if he puts rock on roads now, we're just gonna scrape it all off. If you would approve this, I mean, we don't even necessarily have to approve it. It's for your information. You know, and to ponder it over the winter time, because I'm not gonna have him do it now.
And he's gonna honor that same bid in the spring.
That I don't know. I can't answer that. I'm not gonna hold him to it. This is gonna give us an idea. I mean, obviously, prices are gonna fluctuate. Nothing goes down in price, I don't think it comes. So. No, Paul, I don't, if we approved it today, I'm not gonna guarantee that he's gonna honor that price in March. So I would just keep this for your information, and maybe we revisit it again come spring.
Did Mike have a pretty good idea of the conversations and kind of what was being asked? What to cut back, what to do, or was it just a general grading?
I went on site and met with him.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So, yeah. And I think that he spoke with Griffin, and Griffin wants him to put his culvert in that, obviously that's not, that's on.
Gotcha.
$2,500 labor wise, that kind of falls in the line. Rock's gonna be rock, whether we had to buy that or not, I guess. Does that seem like too much rock or not?
No, I mean, by the time he regrades the road and everything, it's gonna be mud, basically. It's gonna have to start basically from scratch, so that's, I think that's loads of rock. All 25 ton.
So I still fall though in the question of, like in the general question. Is the street bad and is the street causing the problem? Is the street, is like, I just don't know if that's still our responsibility. To resolve a water issue. In that, right? That's going down his driveway.
There.
Like I went and looked and I'm just like,
We've met with JEO a
And-
couple times on this. I think what Steve said is the correct way to do it would have an engineer. And we kind of just backed off of that, just because of the
right,
really not benefiting anyone but one person. I think Paul actually said, what does it cost, what is it gonna cost us to buy the house, because.
Ultimately, I think what we're looking at here is trying to make the road drain. It obviously doesn't drain properly now. This is probably our best bet for trying to make some drainage. And make the people in that neighborhood happy that it, drains off of the road in a correct fashion.
I don't think that Mr.
Sort
Jones
of.
is so worried about the drainage. He's more worried about the rock. And where the rock ends up.
Coming over the road instead of going into a ditch.
Even going into his property. Whereas the ditch, he thinks will catch the rock and then we can retrieve it out of the ditch. If that makes sense. I think that's his concern. Is that what you gathered?
Yeah.
You've met with him several times. That you live right there, so.
We went over plenty of options.
We did.
I've lived across the street for 10 years. Previous owners fighting the same battle. It wasn't just him, so.
I mean, and this is an idea that Mr. Joplin. This is his idea, so if it doesn't work. In my opinion, that's all the further we go.
Oh, definitely.
And then we say, well, that we've done what you have asked us to do, and now it's in your hands. I mean, other than pave the street, I don't think there's any other way to. And obviously, nobody wants to take on that expense as a homeowner, because it would get cost passed on to the homeowner.
And so far, we went with Minnie and dug a little ditch in front of his house, and I don't know if that did a bit of good or not, but it made him happy for a little bit. Well, that's what I told him. I went one day with him, because he always stops me right in the middle when I'm mowing the lawn, and I'm just angry. But we go over there. I shut the mower off. We go over. I said, if this was my house, I would have done something by now.
Put a retaining wall.
I said I would have get some nice landscaping blocks. You can make a wall there. Cut a little slot in the middle of your driveway. Put a little grate there that catch some of the water. That way you're not fishing the water from your garage door. I would catch that, hit this ditch here and go. So there's ways he could have resolved it by now.
Yeah.
Well, and who's responsible for the culvert? Is that the city? Is that the village? That's his?
That's his, yes. We don't spike over.
Okay.
Or roads. We've gone through that. I think as a matter of fact, I told you that when you.
Yeah, when I was doing mine.
Yeah. This is just something right now, I guess, that you guys can have on your mind over the winter. We have, if Mr. Jopp comes to us, we can say, it's in the works still. We're not gonna do anything this winter yet because we don't wanna put something down and then take it all off again.
When do you think in the spring you can have that tackled?
That I don't know, it depends on the weather.
I mean, just as soon as it's warm
Yeah,
enough?
as soon as it's warm enough,
Okay.
the ground thaws out. Usually that's what March.
See, if we're doing it this late in the year about reseeding some grass too.
Yeah, we,
Digging the ditch like our engineer.
we want to put a buffer in there with grass, so
So you probably should plan to talk about this in the March meeting.
I would say, we can put a note in that we need to talk about this. That's our February, probably.
Okay. All right, any other comments on the Griffin Jab grading? All right, if not, let's move on to item 8, new business. Item A, discussion and possible approval of ordinance 691, employee wages amended. I believe this goes back to Russ passing his certification as a requirement for employment and an agreement of a pay change. Okay, that was the only change to this document.
Yep, just that.
I move to introduce ordinance number 691 and move the statutory rules requiring reading on 3 different days be suspended.
I second the motion to suspend the rules.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to suspend the rules. Let's have a vote.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Jason Reese.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye. The motion to suspend the rules was adopted by 3/4 of the village board, and the statutory rules are declared suspended for consideration of said ordinances.
I move for final passage of ordinance number 691, which reads an ordinance of the village of Arlington, Nebraska to amend ordinance 690 wage ordinance and to adopt updated wage policies for the employees of the village of Arlington, Nebraska.
I'll second the motion for final passage.
Shall ordinance number 691 be passed and adopted? Kate, let's have a vote.
Paul Kraus.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Jason Reese. Jeremy Hansen. Travis Kramer.
Aye. Ordinance 691 has been passed and adopted this 17th day of November, 2025. Item B, streets, committee report, Paul and Jason and John.
Nothing new from the committee.
John, you want to go over your report?
It's basically normal stuff about this time of year. Trying to get things ready for winter time, getting the plows all set up and everything. I gotta bring the trucks in for the DOT inspection the end of the week, so get that done. Hopefully there's no major problems with them. I've been helping Russ out a little bit. He's been kind of teaching me the water plant operations a little bit more in detail. Yeah. Fix some things, but other than that, just the normal stuff.
What happened with the sprinkler in the, or the drinking fountain in the auditorium?
Pam's been wanting that out of there for a long time and Taylor took it out for her.
Okay.
Kind of in the way nobody uses it, so we just hooked it, took it out and capped off the front.
All right, any other questions?
Do we have an idea, like the tree down, like does he have a plan for when he does get those?
Yes, first snow and hoping for so.
And then he can haul out.
It are we haul it.
Right. Okay.
Hopefully, our first good rain. With that. I don't know about the one, I know we talked a little bit about the one down at the treatment plant or the transfer plant, if we could just burn that. That would be where it sits.
Yeah, call it Dan. What's the deal?
I'll call him, I mean, I've been talking to him every day now, being through down by the fire hall anyway, so
Yeah.
he watches us.
All right, anything else for John on the streets and parks report? John, thank you. Item C, discussion and possible approval to authorize advertising for bids for the asphalt repair project on First Street and Bell Street.
This is just kind of a formality. We've already approved the design and bidding, but we haven't paid them for the bidding yet. This is just gonna give them permission to advertise for bidding and to get it on their, whenever, as soon as possible, so we can get on spring for this asphalt patching. And I think it's, what is it?
14.5.
Did 4,000, wasn't it? Something like that.
Design says
I thought it was 3,500.
3,500, yeah.
11 for the design and bidding is 35.
Yep, that's the 3,500 would be all, we've already paid the design.
I'll make a motion to authorize advertising for bids for the asphalt repair project on First and Bell Street, not to exceed $3,500.
Also that.
Kate, you have a motion, and a second to approve, to authorize advertising for bids. The asphalt repair project on First and Bell Street, not to exceed $3,500. Let's have a vote.
Jason Weasey.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
And with that, I think Kate said that we are gonna, he's transitioning away from that job, Steve is, and we're getting a new. So next year we possibly might have
Street superintendent,
new
yeah.
street superintendent. We haven't met it yet. We'll be good.
Item D, discussion and possible approval of agreement for the design and bidding of Elkhorn and Ellsworth drainage improvement in the amount not to exceed $42,510.
I'll make a motion for the approval of agreement for the design and bidding of the Elkhorn and Ellsworth draining. You want to double check that number? Yeah, they've got a different number in the packet.
I typo.
The one?
I could have had a typo. I added up the design and bidding. I don't know, John, do you have the numbers?
So is the correct number the 42,510 or 52,570?
Numbers, whatever those two numbers are added together.
It is.
Right.
It's gonna be the design and bid and the, not the
Right. and not-
construction management yet.
Right.
So it's the 37,590 plus the 4,901. Because I do believe they've already done the field data collection.
Kate, thank you.
No, they have not. So these two, 4,200, 37,590 and 4,920. So basically 52,570 minus 5,860.
Oh, what did
I
I?
got 46,710.
Confused.
Yeah, 46,710.
Oh, because I only added two numbers, the design and bidding. Did I not understand it correctly?
Field data collection survey, they'll probably
right.
have to do that.
Oh, I thought we'd already,
I don't know if they'd certainly do
What?
anything.
I thought you said just.
If you do it not to exceed, it should be good, and if it's less, then we're still, how about that? You could take that number, I guess, and add the 4,200 as well. And then not to exceed it.
And that number that you're talking about.
I think they still have to do it, but Kate, that we don't know for sure.
I
You think they already did that part?
thought you told me or Steve told me, yeah. That's why I only added those two, but. I don't know.
You could approve.
I mean, you could approve the not to exceed 52,570, and then you're covered when it
If,
does go out.
if field data collection has not been completed.
Right.
So if it's been completed, then it's that much less.
Well, the project management is the project would have to be awarded to someone.
Yeah.
In order to use for the 5860 to even be
Right.
in the picture.
So my motion should be for 52,5, not to exceed 52,570.
You could do that, yeah.
Okay.
And then you wouldn't have to ever, if it did get awarded, you wouldn't even have to, you just have to release that money. Is my understanding, don't you think, Kate? If it didn't exceed it,
Yeah, not to exceed anything less is fine.
yeah, anything less would be,
Yeah.
because we budgeted for that.
Mhm.
I'll make a motion to approve the agreement for the design and bidding of the Ellsworth and Elkhorn Drainage Improvement Project in an amount not to exceed $52,570.
Second.
Kate, we have a motion and a second to approve the agreement for the design and bidding of the Elkhorn and Ellsworth Drainage Improvement Project in an amount not to exceed $52,570. Let's have a vote.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Jeremy Hanson.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye.
Jason Weasey.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye. Item C, water and sewer. Water and sewer report. We'll start with Russ.
Flushed all the hydrants last week. Last couple I did. Little water main in front of the fire station, so. Got that fixed. Gonna pour some concrete on Thursday.
Yeah, that's what we do for.
And what were your thoughts on what blew out, why it blew out?
There was a hole in the pipe of, it almost looked like there was a saddle or a plug in there, and it just popped up. It wasn't corroded, the rest of the pipe was perfectly fine.
So it wasn't secured properly?
I don't know.
Hmm.
We couldn't find anything,
Yeah.
but it was pretty much a perfect hole. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
about inch and a half wide.
Hmm.
So, and then you turn them on and off. That was going slow, but. It happened, that's always the scare when you do that house. Johnson's are gonna probably start Thursday, the camera. All the sewer mains. Actually gonna put in. Just thought of that
Me too.
for the. Okaying the inspection of the manholes. I think that was $7,000.
That last bid that we did is all the lines, but not the inspecting the manholes. We're $7,000 we haven't approved for them to inspect the manholes.
So that's something. That day or not. The water usage, like I was telling Trav and Paul the other day. What I'm pumping to the city and what I'm pumping to Fremont. We're pumping about, I'm guessing 4 to 10,000 gallons a day. More than I'm pumping water to the city. So that means we got some nice infiltration yet.
It's not nice.
No, not nice at all. Otherwise, just the normal. Good old stuff, took the test, did a lot of studying last month. So,
Mhm.
oh, and Sergeant will probably be out within, I'm guessing. This week or next week to start on that well. To rehab it.
Russ, you mentioned in our quarterly meeting about the sand filters
Oh,
and that we may have to consider changing out that sand.
changing out the sand and all those. I'm gonna call somebody here next couple weeks, have them come out and see if they can do a test on them to see. You know, if we need to do it or not.
Because what was the general statement of
There's
how long?
about 10 years it should be done, 7 to 10.
And we don't know if it's ever been
Classes,
done.
I have no clue if it was ever done. And that'll probably help some of the iron and manganese problems too. In the water.
Paul, was there anything else from our meeting?
No, that's about everything we talked about, just. A lot of discussion about trying to locate where this infiltration is and. I think we're going about it the best way we can, you know, get a sewer camera in there and. Was there anything else besides the sand filters that we had talked about? We got the well rehab coming up, sand filters. I think that was about it.
The thermometer went over. I called them, I'm waiting for a bid on that.
Okay, the temperature sensors for the buildings.
Mhm.
Yeah. So in case we have a freeze up one night that if a furnace goes out in the well building, we don't freeze up.
Freeze them up so the pumps don't fry. Had that happen on my. Cheap.
I think we had space heaters or something that we've had to do that before or wrap them before, so.
The heaters are in there running. We just don't know for some reason if it goes off.
Oh, something says to the brakes when it's 30 below.
Yeah, Makes sense to me.
Russ is hoping the company that did the system can plug in a temp sensor that'll alert him. So wherever he's at, he'll know it's cold. It's cold.
Was out in the generator or the generator?
No, the generators work, but say one of the heaters goes out,
Oh,
we had that happen out there.
Would just be nice to monitor the temp
yeah.
remotely.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
because we blew up the one up there, and that was a little one.
Okay. Anything else for Russ? Water sewer report. Otherwise, we'll jump down to item C, discussion and possible approval of quote for pickup for wastewater for water commissioner. Russ, looks like you did a good job negotiating prices. Looks like there's 3 bids, one on the email for $39,890. And then 2 other bids. $46,589 and $45,988.
Now, we don't plan on putting a plow on this or anything, being a half ton, okay.
Russ, what else did you want to get for this pickup?
Probably a bed liner, and then just like a little service top. Just one of all closed with the doors on the outside. I haven't looked at the prices.
Gotcha.
Or did they have one in stock?
That one for 39, they pretty much said. Let them know tomorrow.
Okay.
Otherwise, that's gonna be off the.
Because I just didn't want this to turn into a deal like our last one where, oh yeah, we don't have one, and then by the time they get one, it's the next model year.
Then let them know tomorrow because that price is gonna be gone.
So the one you're liking is the Ram 1500 Express Cab with the price of 39. Where did that go?
890.
39,890.
It's either point A to point B, that's all that matters.
I'll make a motion to approve the approval for the quote of the pickup for water commissioner from Woodhouse for a 2025 Dodge Ram in the amount of $39,890.
Second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the bid from Woodhouse for the Ram 1500 in the amount of $39,890. Let's have a vote.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Jason Weasey,
Aye.
Paul Kraus,
Aye.
Scott Cookworney,
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye. Item D, police, Washington County Sheriff's Report and Committee Report, Scott and Jason. Does it look like the sheriff is with us tonight?
I haven't had anybody contact me this month about anything. Have you, Scott?
Yeah, it's happy with the campers out of the front yard and.
Heard words on the street about the golf carts. I talked to one of the deputies and he said, yeah, word's out. So hopefully we can get that resolved about kids banging on the laps.
Jason, at the last meeting, there's some question about what was said to the resident from the sheriff. Did you hear back?
I did. He had followed up. See if I can find that email. I think he sent it, didn't he, Kate?
Yeah, I had asked him.
Yeah.
I think I sent it.
Uh,
to Scott, maybe?
The response was when the deputy served the letter on the previous service, he was asked what it was about. He stated he wasn't sure what the letter was referring to due to it being sealed. So that was the account of what the deputy had said, actually. So
We had a comment on Facebook about some, from a Saturday night auditorium rental.
Oh, yeah.
A neighbor across the street complaining about stuff being in their yard. Stuff like that. Do we report that to the sheriff? Let them know?
It looked like kids throwing stuff in a yard. It was like 2 Sprite cans and like maybe four tortillas and a balloon in the little area. I don't know. It was probably a one-off event, but if you want me to report it, I can. I don't know. The homeowner should probably report it, not me. I didn't experience it.
Did they report it to you or we just saw it via social media? Yeah.
Okay, anything else on the committee report? Not, we'll move down to item C, radar sign report. I had very little luck getting that compiled this month. I tried a couple of times and it's gonna take some manual labor to get it working so I can get it formatted in a way that we can try to just make it easy. John, do you have any contact with the company that made this thing?
I do, I haven't called the IT part of the company yet.
And we could just jump on a phone call together. I'm hoping there's an easier way to export it. Because the way this thing formats, it's kind of a mess. I've tried several times.
There's different ways to export it. And we've tried a couple of them, I think.
Right, and I don't know what
I mean,
they
I
are.
can show you the.
Right, maybe if you show them what
Maybe
you're
you know.
seeing, because I was like, I
don't
don't
even what the
know.
letters mean, so.
Yeah, if we can get it set in a way that we can just export it, then we can roll it into one
Like
report and have,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, we can look at it.
Okay.
Sometime.
yeah, just the ones I have. I've tried and it's
Sure.
short of me going line by line copying them. It's
Yeah.
just,
And I can give you the instructions and you can go to the site and do it. I mean, you can try.
yeah, just
Yep.
take a look at it. I tried AI and it couldn't figure it out. Go figure. Okay, we'll look at that. Anything else on police? Okay, otherwise we'll move on to parks. Committee report, Travis and Jeremy. We really haven't met since, well, last few months.
Good help. The cool stuff comes out here, hopefully the next week or so. That's
Mail
about it.
ballots?
It's new mail ballots.
John, is there anything we're waiting on the pickleball court work?
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting on that other contractor. He did get me an initial number on what they generally use for concrete.
Yeah.
Perhaps a little bit more expensive than we were thinking about spending. So I asked him if he could give us a traditional concrete price, a price on traditional, not all this fancy stuff.
Okay,
He said he could, so I'm kind of waiting on that.
gotcha.
And that's something that it's gonna be a spring thing probably too. If we can get some of the dirt work done, that'd be great, but.
As far as that pool election coming up, is the pool board gonna put something out there, kind of promote or give everybody that heads up? One way or another, or?
I don't really know. The engineer, I haven't spoke to him since the last
time.
meeting.
There was talk that they would try to go and door to door share, but.
Or even put something on Facebook just saying, big election's coming up.
Right.
It's all mail ballot.
Mhm.
So there is no polling stations. But I would presume those ballots would show up fairly quickly.
Yes, today was the first day they were gonna start mailing them out. It was
Okay.
like between now and the 28th or something, so. Should see some.
Okay, item B, monthly library report. I don't think there was anything on there that was too concerning for us. Kate, you said that EECS is working on. Or the library providing quotes.
Yeah, they had sent me some, I think it's like a state library guy, the contact they have, sent me some quotes for some computers, because they have a laptop and for like, I think PC in the background that need replaced because they won't update to Windows 11.
Yep.
Yeah, so I haven't gone down that rabbit hole yet, but
Okay. Because I assume EECS would need to take those, add their software, their.
yeah, like they would have to put everything on.
Okay, well, unless there's anything else on parks, we're gonna move on. Item F, cemetery, Scott and Jeremy.
Too much to report at this time.
Jake, how's it been going on the Sexton stuff?
Better. I think we sold a lot. I marked something and then I went up to the far side of our new section and I had remarked the entire row because for some reason, when it was measured out by plot, the road was never measured into it.
Yeah.
And it's a different size, which threw off all the lines. So I basically just had to like renumber it and move it, but it's sorted out now, so there shouldn't be any issues with it.
Great job.
Forward.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
All right, anything else for cemetery? Okay, if not, let's go to item G, administrative, Washington County Building Permit Report. Nothing, new startups. Roofing, just a couple of roofing projects. In that case, I'll move on. Item B, clerk report. Jake, what do you got?
A lot of the usual stuff, board meeting prep and minutes and just the day-to-day water bills, but we have started collecting the cross connection surveys for water sewer. We have like 50% back, maybe a little bit more now. I've been tracking it in spreadsheets so that when we get down to the deadline, we can see who exactly has not submitted it and narrow those down. So started that. That election notice was published last week. It'll be published it's supposed to be published for the next 3 weeks as well. There's been a little confusion with that, but I think it's all going well. The Eagle Scout project started, that disc golf kiosk. They flagged out where they wanted it to be and I believe got concrete poured. Jake and I have been helping them just with that. Let's see. If you have any feedback on your packets and how we got them this month, I would appreciate it. If you want something different or whatever, I was just trying to make it easier on myself and eliminate all the paper that has to be printed when things don't make it in the packet the first time. So that helped immensely. I did get the notice for filing deadlines for the general election next year. You three, Paul, Jason, and Travis, I think your deadline to file is July 15th of next year if you
That's correct.
want to. And then the nuisance property we had from last month after the meeting, I followed up with the attorney. I think you all saw that letter and yeah, and it's been moved. Today we discussed campers and trailers not on hard surfaces and how we're going to basically go about with all the nuisance letters, because that's a lot. So our thought is to put out more of a mass like publication of like, okay, you have until, I don't know, whatever date to move it. Here's the ordinance, yada, yada, yada. Here's the consequence. If you don't, we give them till then and then see who's corrected it themselves, who needs a letter, I guess.
Kate, are you thinking it'll be just campers and trailers, or will it be other things included in that letter?
I think include other things like ATV, UTV, regular, like I think we just send out a general, like, here's some ordinances we want to hit that we are trying to enforce in 2026, you know.
I think we did that last year, didn't we?
I know we did it when.
Do the postcards.
We've done postcards, yeah. So I don't know, we'll just have to work out what makes the most sense, but that's kind of the thought.
So if anyone has ideas of things they'd like to see in that letter included,
Yeah, if you think of something that you're like, oh.
whether it be remaining
Cross connection.
cross connection reports or whatever it is that
Start making the list.
Septic running into the sewer system or not septic.
some.
Pump and sewer. To be general. Yeah, because I have to do a cross connection letter every year. That's go out to every customer.
Was that supposed to happen every year? Oh.
Anything else for Kate's report? Jake's on her too, so Jake too.
I think Kate, putting on your report, the number of letters you send out or what the letters were about.
Mhm.
That'd be great,
Okay,
like you did for this one.
okay.
That way when people say, oh, we have a way to follow up and say, no, we've sent these letters and thank you.
Mhm.
Anything else? Well, that leaves us just one item.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Let's have a vote.
Paul Kraus,
Aye.
Scott McCurdy,
Aye.
Jason Reese,
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen,
Aye.
Travis Craven.
Aye.